Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, Tyler. Today we're talking about our next week picks. So it'd be the week of August 17th and what to look for in the market this week. Before we continue, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. It's free and it'll notify you when I make a new video. So we're gonna go sector by sector here and break down on what to look for. So if you didn't know, this week is a huge earnings week for retail. You've got massive retailers reporting their Q2 earnings with Walmart, Home Depot, BJ's Wholesale, Target, just to name a few. And how I think it's going to impact the market as a whole, right? I think all of these retailers are going to report losses or not decreased revenues year over year. I think that's a guarantee, basically, right? And I think it's going to cause the market to dip a little. Now, if these retail earnings beat and some of them post better than expected numbers and shows that brick and mortar retail is reviving and people are going out more and spending more, we're going to see the market go up more, right? That's about the two outcomes there. And now we're going to talk about the sectors to watch and some stocks within them to look at this week. So one thing I want to talk about really quick, this is a really risky play in my opinion, but a stock by the name of NIO, ticker symbol NIO. It had great Q2 earnings. It beat everything, had great revenue, great profits for the company, and it fell 8.6%. It went down 8.6% on the news. I really like it as a short-term bet to bounce back at least that 8, if not 10%, in the short term and long term. If you believe in EVs, environmental friendly vehicles, check them out. They're a pretty big producer over. I don't want to misinform you guys. It's either China or Japan. I don't remember the country off the top of my head, but they produce environmental friendly vehicles over there. Next sector, casino and gambling. All right, so there's some three big players in the casino and gambling right now. As I've talked to you guys before on the channel, I'm invested in MGM. I love them a lot. I recommend looking at them for this upcoming week. You've got Wynn Resorts. They are a wild ride if you look at their stock chart. But I recommend checking them out if you're into a riskier play in that sector. And then you got Penn National Gambling. That's kind of like my medium risk play in here, and I would say MGM's out of these. I would say MGM is my safer play, Penn is my medium risk, and Wynn is my high risk play in that sector. Banks, Nat sector. If you're interested in banks, I think banks as a whole is a pretty safe sector. I would recommend checking out J.P. Morgan. That's my safe pick. Look at them. Bank of America. That's my medium play pick there, and then Wells Fargo is my highest risk, high reward play in that sector. Cruise lines in that sector, the whole cruise line sector is risky. There's not a safe play here, right? But if you had to say the safest, I'm pretty sure it's well known. Royal Norwegian has the best cash balance on hand, so that's the safer play there out of all of them. I personally like Carnival Cruise Lines, and I know some people like Royal Caribbean, so check those out if you're into the cruise lines. I'm personally invested in Carnival, and I think the cruise line sector as a whole is gonna, and travel in general, is gonna keep getting beat down until we get more positive news about the coronavirus. So another sector to look at is airlines on the topic of travel, right? So one thing I always look at when I'm looking at the airline sector is the TSA checkpoint travel numbers. You can Google that and it'll pull up the website so you can see how many people the TSA checks in every day for travel on a flight. We've had a couple of 800,000 days so far, and that's like the peak since coronavirus. So travel is trending upward, but we're still only at about 25% of what we had flying this time last year, right? So obviously still way down. But in the airline sector, Southwest Airlines is perceived as the safe bet because of their cash balance and their sheet to weather this short-term coronavirus hurt, right? A couple other ones to look at are Delta, United. My personal favorite one is American Airlines. If you want to buy in now, I think it's a great opportunity. Personally, I'm waiting for them to dip a little lower. I'm hoping that they declare bankruptcy and request bailout or whatever, so that the stock will drop quite a bit, so I can get in. And then I have all the faith in the world that they're going to get bailed out if they need it, and then continue to grow from there. So that's my play in the airline sector. And then restaurants. There's a bunch of restaurants. I'm not going to list them all here. But recommend looking into that sector as a whole, because it is, because of coronavirus, right, just absolutely been destroyed. And I think there's a lot of really good value plays in the restaurant sector. One of my favorite ones is Cheesecake Factory. They're still down 35% since coronavirus. And they're currently at about $27.18 a share. I think long term, in the next 2-3 years, you could be seeing that share at $35-$40 a share. So not really huge reward, but I think it's a really safe investment. All right, guys, so I covered some sectors, I covered some stocks, covered the earnings that are getting reported next week with retail and how it'll affect the market, and I gave you my risk play of the week at NEO. So if you guys have any more questions or anything about specific stocks, let me know. If you want to see me dive more into each stock and give you why I think it's safe, medium, or high risk, just let me know. I take all my notes here on the notebook, and then I make my assessments. I just don't want these videos to be half an hour long every time I post them. But if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. I'm kind of just making this as a checklist for you guys to hit up, and then if you have any specified questions, feel free to message me or drop them in the comments below, and I'll get to you. I'll get to you before market open tomorrow. That way you'll have your feedback before the market opens, right? But thanks for watching. Again, hit the like and subscribe button. Have a great day, and good luck on the market.